many fearless daredevils have powered across this 5-mile stretch of water in the pursuit of new records. One was the legendary Donald Campbell, who was killed here in 1967 whilst trying to break the 300-mile-per-hour barrier. Today, in Speed Week, that spirit of adventure lives on, as people from all over the world come to push their boats, their engines, and themselves to the absolute limit. This was speed heaven, and I felt sure our fully road-legal pond bug would blend in perfectly.
Morning. Look at all this.
Having parked up, I went off to find Hammond and Clarkson, who reckoned he'd come up with something better.
Are you ready? You're gonna not believe this.
Okay.
Behold my genius.
Oh, hello.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that is actually quite surprising.
So the tracks drop down when you're near land.
Very clever.
I mean, I'm sorry.
I'm going to stand back a little bit.
Have I or have I not created something brilliant?
No.
You didn't build it. And it's very cool, but you can't use it.
Why not?
Because it's not road legal. It's
You
not
put a
an
number
amphibious...
plate on it.
It's not an
No, you can't.
amphibious car. It's
not
a
an amphibious
boat.
car. That's a boat with legs on it.
It's not eligible for what we're doing.
Well, where's your car?
Ah!
What do you think?
Oh, yeah. Look at it. That is a quality job.
Why are you pulling that face?
It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life.
It's the
Are you
coolest thing that has ever been. Look at it.
What are they?
These are the doors.
Yeah, it's undercarriage doors.
What doors?
Well, so you retract the undercarriage, the front wheel goes up, and then these doors shut. You've got a smooth hull.
So those, what do the back wheels do? What about the chine?
What do you mean, what about the chine?
Well, look at the chine at the back. This is to attempt a water speed record.
I know.
This, right, this is what you need for high-speed run, a smooth, rounded chine. When this is up here, it's sharp.
Yes.
So as you're going along, you catch that, and it's going to go.
Well, we had to make it fit around the wheel, otherwise it wouldn't work on the road.
Well, I
It
could
has
have
to
made
be-
it round.
That was a difficult fabrication job. It was much easier to do it like that. You make
I'm
it
sure
out of
it's
flat
easier, but
pieces.
he's created a death trap.
Wait. Keep the nose down.
Yes, I know what it's for.
Well, there you go, then.
Isn't this thing just going to porpoise?
We don't know.
No, probably.
Anyone that gets in that is effectively committing suicide. 'cause
They're not.
So anyone who gets in that is going to look the coolest person here. That's fact one.
Which one of you two's driving it?
No, that's interesting
We've
because...
got to think about that. It's got to be somebody with a speedboat, powerboat racing license.
Yes. Have you got one of those?
I haven't got one, and
I haven't got one. Do I know anybody who does have one?
Yes, I do have a racing license.
well, there you go then.
And here is your racing boat.
Look what we've built for you.
I am not getting in that.
Yes, you are.
I'm not. I know. I'm
Well, you
no.
have to.
You have to.
I am not. And with that, back to the tent. This is broken.
No, line it up with the...
It is broken, otherwise it would be. Look, it's
Used a
broken.
removable steering wheel before.
And line up the... There you go.
I've mended it. Knowing that 85% of people who attempt speed records are killed, and that the boat had been designed by imbeciles, I was fervently hoping that it would at least be easy to operate. However,
You have to drive it into the water first. It's
Yes.
still in road mode. And you do that using this. That just teases it in. A little push, and it goes in. Once you're in the water, you have to retract the wheels, and then you disengage the fan, and the clutch. Then you have to close the nose wheel. Push it down once, you're in neutral. You'll still rotate round because the jet's still running. Push it up, and you'll see that current will flow on the ammeter. When you get a current surge, jet thrust trim is here, and it will appear on your screen here. Hold that, and that does reverse this when you pull it fully back.
If you knew, and you obviously did know, all along that I was going to be driving this, why have you made this thing so complicated?
That's not complicated. That's the
If
same.
you knew, we've simplified it.
These instruments are from the jet ski.
Yes,
You've got
look,
two speed.
Comforting. Comforting. When you're on holiday, you've looked at those and thought, I'm having a lovely time. That's what you're doing today. The water will be colder. Why don't you take the checklist with you?
Because it will blow.
It tells you the things you've got to do.
It's so easy. We've spent hours on that. The thing to remember is that
39 miles an hour is really fast.
Yeah, it is quite fast.
It is really fast.
But if you do 40,
yes,
then you're a world record holder.
Step out of here.
Not world. It's a British record.
British. What better record?
Well, what other sort of record would you want?
To set a speed record, you have to drive past the start line marker buoys. You're then timed over a kilometre, after which you turn round and do exactly the same thing in the opposite direction. Your result is an average speed taken from the 2 runs. It all sounded very terrifying. Please sink like a stone. Please sink, sink, sink. No, it isn't, damn it.
It looks good.
It looks brilliant.
OK, we have every faith in you.
We don't have every faith.
Nope.
And no faith.
Wheels!
Wheels coming up. It was now time for the checklist. What do I do with the clutch? I've forgotten that. Doors. Doors. Is that right? How do I get it out? Wait a minute. Right, bilge. No, that's bilge. It's not right. No, it's just go. Oh, this is terrible! Hammond! May, you idiots!
Why is he just going round and round? Is there a record for going round and round?
Don't know, but if there is, it's in the bag. Right, I think we need to go to a better viewing position to see his run. Let's go over there.
With the ridiculous checklist completed, I had to get some speed up so I could cross the start line at full chat. Visor down. It's on the plane now. We're on the plane. It's very sprayy. It's a badly designed hull. But the hull was the least of my problems. Jesus Christ, this steering! I literally cannot steer it.
I think he's experimenting with it. I think he's sort of testing.
Oh, my God! Oh, God!
It looks pretty good.
It looks fabulous. I bet it handles like a dream.
Oh, come on! I'm going to crash into the bloody safety boat.
But look, he's making
That looks
turns.
tremendous.
Yes.
3 times I tried to get the pond bug pointing in the right direction. Absolutely impossible. And then I thought, sod it. Put my foot down and went for it. Oh, Christ! It's only my skill that is keeping this pointing in a straight line. To make matters worse for a man on a speed run, I had no idea how fast I was going. I've got a GPS speedo, but I can't read it because there isn't any GPS. Why have they given me such shoddy workmanship? Oh, Christ, that's the worst thing I've ever done, ever. And now, I've got to turn around and do it again. I've got to wait for my own wash to die down. That's what did for Campbell. He went back too quickly. Here we go. That is my foot pinned to the floor. Jesus, it's starting to try and walk. shit here!
It sounds a little bit inconsistent.
That's maybe him feathering the throttle. He's possibly finessing it to keep it on the plane.
Oh no, come on! Jesus, a lot of smoke. Well, that was a disaster. I've got no GPS, so I don't know how fast that was. And the engine is cutting out all the time. Basically, it was time for a stern word with the engineering department. Right, you two.
Yeah?
Not only have you built something ugly and complicated, it's rubbish and lethal.
In what way?
The worst thing is the steering. You cannot get it going in a straight line.
The steering is a horrible compromise because it's got to work the steering wheel and it's got to steer the boat.
Well, compromise is a way of describing it. Lethal is another way.
It looked great.
Great out there for
Is
a
it?
team.
Yeah.
I was doing about 4 miles an hour.
Well, that's a start.
Then an official came on the tannoy to announce my result.
Eagle 46, the Bomberg. Pilot, Jeremy Clarkson.
Yeah.
South, 47.362. Repaired, 48.274. Average, 47.81, which is a new national record.
We did it!
What do you mean we did it?
Would you have swum it?
I did it!
We did it!